those to that. I think, yeah, it's quite interesting. So, when you're talking about the film Jawbreaker, how do you see that being presented? I mean, I know you said that it's been shown in several major museums,
right? Yeah.
In Germany.
Yeah.
Is that the way that piece is really meant to be seen with the film?
Well, maybe yes, because first of all, that piece, first time, actually everything, find its space in the right place
Yes,
in my career.
Does. It does, yes.
But it is first time Jawbreaker shown in former sugar factory in Denmark. Actually, it was very strange because I was planning to show Sugar Chandelier from Block Collection.
Right.
And then is the sugar factory, and Jawbreaker is 6,000 pressed ton under that, and it's sugar.
Just pure sugar.
And I don't know, I'm working on a new piece, and I definitely need to see it happening there.
Yes, yes.
And of course, there was a very understanding curatorial team, and and to tell the truth, this sugar factory is in the middle of one of the island.
Right.
Even to find a cable for a monitor is
complicated.
It's complicated. We managed to do that, and it has been shot with HD, one of the latest technology in filmmaking. And I always need to know the future of the digital work because the technology is changing all the time so quickly. So it has been shot with the possible technology existing. Also for the sound, we have really extraordinary microphones and this and that. And it has been shown in the sugar factory first as a solo piece. I was very happy for that show because, there are some artists, maybe you're not alive now, but it has been shown to next to major works of Joseph Beuys or the chocolate piece of another artist who's also from Iceland. So it was kind of incredible how the context of that piece suddenly really, I always say, high quality, high maintenance works. It is coming from years ago, these works. I was an art student and I saw these works in catalogs, and when I see my Jawbreaker, licking those girls, I was like, this is what we do. It's still, it's not like a pornography.
No.
Because when you see these big names and when you see your work, it's quite always a pleasure for me to be in that kind of shows. Because it elevates the work. It elevates the quality of the audience.
That's true.
That's true. Thing. Actually, most of the time, art in the public space and art itself, it is for elevating, I think, or reflecting on something else, taking you somewhere else for a couple of hours.
Yes.
And you can go many places after seeing a show. Of course, not every show is the best quality, but we try our best.
But there is often something even in each show that presents the possibility to the viewer of changing maybe the way they think or looking at things in a different way.
I also, as an artist, learn a lot when I install a piece. For example, it's very different, the installation process, let's say in the sugar factory. Finding all this equipment, but also the space itself. Of course, there are high ceilings, lots of reflection of sound. Let's say signification of the artwork when it is replaced somewhere else. Maybe it can change.
It will change
in a physical way. But when it was presented in the Design and Art Museum in Nuremberg, in Germany.
Right.
I might tell you it was a huge space. And I intentionally want to present it at the nowhere, because I want people to experience in that very serious environment where is this licking coming from, and then when they see the image, that is the effect. It's what you want sometimes.
Yes.
And you can never experience that in a catalog, or you can never experience that in any form of documentation. That has to be there as a performative installation.
Exactly, you've got to actually be confronted by the actual piece. Yes,
actual piece.
Yes, that's true. So, with going back to the Jawbreaker as the single image in the signboards in Dover, there was always sort of an expectation of the artists working on this commission that there would be this public event in some format. And I was very intrigued with your decision that your public event would be a filmed interview and then editing the piece so that it could be shown on YouTube, which is probably one of the most accessible, and it's a global public event.
Yeah, because I think from the beginning, let's be straight here. When I think institutes are going for this art and science, people can live without art. It's not like bread and butter for some. It was for me,
but for some people it isn't necessary.
Yeah, it's not necessary. So, and when you are invited in, let's say, to this part of the world to make your work, I really wanted actually that everybody knows the work now.
Yes.
Not through my piece, not through this YouTube interview, but I think that was the expectation of the AD. Like, come and take my picture and put the signboards. But when you put the signboards in a city, it only reflects to each other. But when you take this thing to somewhere, another medium of communication, it's going to reflect all over.
Yes.
So, and we are. I'm not seeing so many horizons in Germany. I think probably in the continent, I have to go to Portugal to see a horizon.
To actually see a horizon, yes.
And now,
or the north of France, yes.
Or now we are looking north of France.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be nice? This thing reflects to France, France reflects to something else, or wouldn't it be nice we make this event more accessible? Because when you have a public presentation of a art in the public space project, all right, it's nice to have a couple of drinks together, but then we are working, let's face it, we're working ephemeral projects since 2 years.
Yes, that's true.
I wanted to have something to stay.
Yes.
Stay.
I can understand that completely.
And also people will know, these wild clears birds. Of course, this is not our aim to make a touristic interview showing something. But
advertising Dover's waterfront.
Or advertising, but most of the, let's say, coming from another geography, and I had lots of scholarships, bursaries from Europe. So that was, I believe I'm making universal work. My name sounds different. I might look different, but I'm in the minimal side of the loop, let's say.
Yes.
And also, I think in my profession it's a pleasure to have dinner with my colleague, because I don't have so many colleagues around me in Munich.
Yes,
let's say true. When I was in an institute with 60 other artists like myself, it was every day was like a biennial or triennial every day.
When you were at the Rijksacademy.
In the Rijksacademy, and it's a kind of majestic institute, because that is the luxury, bringing people all together. We are not really necessarily working together, none of us really, because if you put 60 egocentric to one institute, everybody tries to say something else.
Exactly.
But it was like a constant biennial, triennial group show experience. So when you get out of that institute, and if you like to continue like your life in a different country like Germany,
yes.
When you're not surrounded people like yourself, you really feel the difference, a rough difference.
It can be it's an isolating
It's kind of an isolating experience. And when I would say take my work and go to the airport, I know I will have a kind of nice dinner with people that I don't know of. It's